Yo, 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 welcome to Dimension Next. It's your boy X. Um, we're gonna hop right into my pre-recorded video that I just did, or at least my pre-recorded audio. And we're gonna speak about something called Soul to Soul, which is a new playlist that we're doing. So tune in, let's go. I'm doing something new called Soul to Soul. It's gonna be like a playlist that I do, and it's gonna be this video right here is like the introduction to it. And what it consists of is just me speaking directly to you, and as I say me, my soul to your soul, uh, or to the collective consciousness in ways. So what I've noticed personally through my journey is that when it comes to self, that could be easy, you know, like knowing what works for you and just getting yourself through. That can be very easy. Like if I decide to go to the gym, I can just go to the gym and stick to the vision that I see, and I shall get the results because I had the discipline. I already went through that part. Um, so I'm always motivated to get up. I'm always excited to go get it done because I'm able to maintain a look that I see for myself internally. So I would render that to be easier than uh, having to deal with things that's externally like money, knowing that I'm not the only player playing that game. There's bigger players than me. So how do I, from a fish, become a whale? You see what I'm saying? And that's a little more strategic because it's not as simple as what you see for yourself. Now, what you see for yourself may be what ultimately gets you the results that you see, but you have to factor in external um, situations. So it's not just you to yourself, like internally, like it can be. So coming across a big uh, breakthrough moment with just predicting and learning the world of money and the world of law and just history, and along that journey I'm also learning history, a better understanding of why people say um, history doesn't repeat but it rhymes. And yeah, it definitely does mimic. It definitely does have that effect for sure. Like that's very true for myself. So big breakthrough with uh, just in the crypto world, how things are being accepted. Now I know for the experts and the freedom fighters and that crowd, I understand that institutions getting into it is not a good thing per se because the game has just been more elevated in the story of Bitcoin, and I'm reading the Roger Ver book, The Hijacking of Bitcoin. I'm reading that, and I'm learning how the narrative was switched. And when I got into it, I started going off of that narrative, not knowing that there's a narrative that has switched from the purpose of Bitcoin, from its original design to what has happened to it. So I'm still learning that though, but like just being in that being in that environment and realizing that the narrative was that it was pointless, that it's not going to do anything. And what I kept pushing is that it's a form of maintaining, if not increasing, your purchasing power against inflation, because as we see now, that's one of the biggest things taking place. And then if you've been tuned into what's been happening in the crypto world, and there's so much going on. You have wars going on. Um, you have a lot of confusion being put out there. That's just my perspective on it. I'm not going to touch on what because it should just be obvious, you know. So there's a lot to partake in. There's a lot of history that's being shown or wrongdoing that's being shown, and you could be entertained in that. But how I like to keep my focus is that none of those things are paying me. And most of the time, or at least in this time of my positioning, I'm not in no position to even put energy into that. You see what I'm saying? I have to stick to step one first. And regardless of the noise, I have to stay consistent. No different from an athlete playing in front of thousands of fans. regardless of the fact that you may see your friends or your friends, no matter who's in that crowd watching you, you have to block out all the noise and focus on what the game plan is. So it's no different from when you're not playing sports. It's the same strategy. And I have a thing where I say, like, I really do feel like a lot of athletes are the geniuses who are just talented, man. Not just physically, but just how they're able to focus. Very strong-minded, you know. So just a breakthrough in just the crypto world of where Ethereum is considered a commodity, and how there was a lot of confusion on if it would ever become that, and just the fact that it got passed. And pretty much, if you've been doing anything inside of the crypto world on Ethereum and Bitcoin, whatever the case is, you're going to profit at some point, most likely, based on whatever your strategy is. So, and just telling people like, hey, this is a place where I think you should go, even before all the CEOs of big corporations, BlackRock and Vanguard, all these different just companies or institutions, before they even got into it or even decided to publicly talk about it. Because privately, of course, they're handling their private affairs like anyone should, but publicly, it's too late when it's talked about most of the time. So just sticking through something and actually seeing it come full circle, and then it took years. It took years. So I went through people looking at me crazy, thinking that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, and then there you go, breakthrough. And that's major for me because, once again, that's an external prediction. It's external, which means that my studying and how I've been seeing things have been correct, and that's a major win. So, and uh, no, I don't have family telling me this. Nobody's calling my phone telling me that, yo, you need to get your ass in this class of assets, and and stock up. Nobody's saying stuff like that. I'm bringing it to people, and I brought it very early, and I didn't know how early I was, and things are still very early. But just going through the, I bet there's a name for it though, but just going through what that entails. Dealing with people who who you would consider close to you look at you as if like you're incapable because it's coming from you. But see, when you was younger, you was looking at them like, hey man, like whatever y'all say, go. Like y'all are amazing. I'm talking about your parents, your creators. Y'all are amazing. And then when you start giving your game, it's kind of like, yeah, okay. Because success doesn't, your form of success, what I've learned is that, as you're going through the journey, your form of success isn't everybody's success. So a lot of people are still doing the same old thing, not knowing what's really going on, just being led. And one of the biggest things that's turning around is this whole vaccine situation, COVID, that whole thing, how that's being shown for what it is. So major breakthroughs, told people about that situation, how it just didn't make no sense. COVID doesn't make no sense, just the way that it's taking place. And as you did, as you can do further research, there's people in public who are talking about it, people who've been taken out for speaking on it, and it's coming out that, so what was it that people took? Because now it's kind of hard to deny the possibilities now, and that's another huge thing. And for those who knew, and they have videos of just showing people how they were saying those who didn't partake in that whole experiment, how they're just so terrible. And now what? Now what do you say for being wrong? Now what do you say? So a lot of breakthroughs. There's a lot of breakthroughs. Confident in what I've been studying and what I've been seeing. So I've learned that I can help through just conversation. Is nothing that I can give you, physically. It's just spiritual power I can give internally, to to go through whatever you need to go through to get to where you need to be. And everybody's journey is different. So, you know, a lot of people try to uphold how people view them, and that's a major flaw that I would call that a major flaw, because success is not always beautiful. Sometimes it looks like you're really losing, but you're you're strategizing, because strategizing is not just in the form of games or sports. It's a way of life. Your character is your character for a reason. You know, and there will be many blessings that you receive from just being honorable with character and having good character and good judgment. Not placing judgments on nobody else. Just judge you, judge yourself. You're the ultimate judge of yourself. So, I don't, some people say fear God, and I don't even understand that. It's supposed to be loving. It's supposed to be there to help you. Why would you would you fear your father or your mother? So why would you fear something that you're a part of, coming from the Bible? If I'm using text in the Bible, words in the Bible, why would you be afraid of somebody who has your back? All I fear is God, bro. Like, why? Why do you fear him? Like, why? That's crazy as hell. Like, do you fear him because you're not honorable? Like, you on some bullshit? So, like, you fear authority? So you switch up, you cold switch in front of authority, huh? You're not just being you behind the scenes and in front of the scenes, you know. But either way. So yeah, so Soul to Soul, that's what it's gonna be about. And most likely the people who are watching this, yeah, like this is old. It's just because who the hell am I gonna tell to? Hey man, I got some information. I think I can help you, and boom, boom, boom. And you got to be a walking example of whatever the hell you say you can do. And I noticed that. So playing with the appearance is about to be fun, and it's about to be something that's also maintained. So this ain't gonna be no switching up and all of that. So yeah, if that's what it takes, then it is what it is. But the purpose though is just to be able to help those, what I'm saying, who really want to advance themselves and not just look good for people. Like, so that's what Soul to Soul is about. This is the introduction. And like I said, this is coming off the strength of breakthroughs that took years. So I'm not speaking from my perspective. I'm not speaking from a uneducated perspective. There's a lot of details I can go into with the things that I'm gonna speak about, and I bet there's probably things I don't even know about yet. So it's a journey. So it doesn't stop. My learning doesn't stop, and I'm not speaking as if I'm a know-it-all, because I'll be a fool to say that. I'm just one who's eager to learn as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? However defined I can get my reality and my purpose behind certain things, and yeah, that's number one for me. So yeah, that's that. Like I said, this one's gonna be kind of different. I'm not gonna really do for this video. I'm not really doing the intro because pretty much gotta wait. So it's all good, man. All right.